Hello everybody and welcome back to Grocery Store Tycoon. This will probably be our fifth and final episode of this little mini-series. I can't see us taking any longer than today's video to complete the game in its current state, so then we'll be waiting for the full release for any further content on this game. Between the videos I have made some money, not got quite enough to get everything we need, but we will have after one in-game day, so I thought we'd do it that way instead. I have got full stock of just about everything. There's a couple of gaps here and there, but generally, we've got full stock of everything on the shelves. We've also had a little bit of a rearranging here. I'll get to that in a second. I bought some more storage shelves for the warehouse. I've got another one in the cold storage as well, mainly just to help the restocker grab things from here, because if there's not enough room on the shelves, the restocker won't be able to bring items from the loading area into here because there's just nowhere to place them. So I thought we'd get some extra shelving so we can see just how good the restocker is now, to see if the changes have improved the restocker in any way. This is a different restocker though. Our former restocker actually quit. Didn't tell me, just quit. She didn't come in one day. I thought, oh, maybe she's just off sick. Waited for the next day, and she also didn't come in on that day either. So I went into the management tab, and I went to my workforce, and she was gone. So we had to hire Layla, who actually has slightly better stats. She's more reliable. Her work speed and walk speed are the same, but she's more social as well. So hopefully she'll be better. I guess we weren't paying our former stocker enough money, or she was on too many hours. I don't know. But yeah, she didn't tell me. It didn't come up in the notification thing down here. So generally you have like a running tab here of what's been going on in the game, but nothing. Not a single note of it. So I figured that would help myself. So she just walked out on us. But I hired somebody new and slightly better, so it's all good. And you can generally keep on top of a store this size yourself anyway. So I did, like I said, I was earning money. I had a second shelf of toilet paper. So I had one for toilet paper, one for paper towels. I've had to get rid of that just because we're not going to fit everything in the store. Even though I've done that and taken that shelf away, that extra shelf I had, we're still not going to fit everything in here. There's just not enough room in the store. The box around this, for example, you can see the outline of it here, is so big. I mean, I've had to put the baskets here. I can't put the baskets any closer because you see that it comes out with the front bit here. So they can't even go up against this shelf here. Can't put them over here because this is all red as well. So they've just had to sort of stay there. But it's so difficult to get everything in because everything's got such a large box around it. It's so difficult to squeeze everything in. So I have been moving everything around the store like crazy. I spent like an hour and a half trying to rearrange the store just to get the new stuff in. And it's just not possible. We're going to be a freezer short, unfortunately. And I thought that's okay, though, because the only items that means we can't get will be the Brussels sprouts and the spinach. So we'll have one one freezer for ice cream and one freezer for pizza. We just won't be able to get the other one for those. It's, yeah, just one of those things. I just could not fit it in. If you've played this game and managed to fit everything in, let me know how you did it, because, yeah, I just don't know how it's possible. It's just the room just isn't quite big enough, I don't think. And I tried so many different ways of doing it, and it just would not go in. We have got a second fridge, which I know you're thinking, well, maybe get rid of your second fridge. But no, even if I get rid of this fridge, you can still only get two freezers down this wall because it interacts with the doorway as well. And if you swap them out for the produce, it's a similar story. So we still couldn't get everything in. So I'm keeping my second fridge. The reason I have a second fridge, we've got exclusively milk in here, and then we've got eggs and orange juice in here, just so we can get more on the shelves. I've upped the prices a little bit more. I've not actually tested that. In fact, we can hit play here now. I've not actually tested my prices yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. I was earning money decently, but I thought we might as well up them a little bit more and see if we can earn even more money. And see how we go. So today's episode, we are going to get the rest of the produce stands and the freezers, but I'm going to do that after the first day, once we can afford them properly. Like I said, we are fully, or pretty much fully stocked. We could do with some more cola, but generally we're fully stocked. I did have an issue with the cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and apple juice. You'll remember in the previous episode that used to be over here. And for a whole day or 2 days in game, nobody bought a single bottle. Not a single bottle was bought. And I thought, what's going on here? Why are people not buying it? They were buying it. I restocked it. And then they stopped buying it completely. I thought maybe it's the price. Maybe the price is too high. So I dropped the price to $1 on each item. You know, pretty much giving it away. Still no interest. So I'm thinking, what's going on here with these bottles? I took them off the shelf and put them back on. Still nothing. What I ended up having to do is take them all off the shelf. I sold the shelf, put a new shelf in, then reloaded them to the new shelf, and now they seem to be working. So I think the shelf was glitched or something like that. But yeah, they were not buying any of these. So that wasn't very good. I've only had one other issue, well, two other issues. I've had a bit of a frame rate issue that came... The more I was moving furniture around, the frames would just die. And I've had an issue where the customers got stuck. And they were standing in front of each other's way. And because they were standing in each other's way... Let's just tell Debbie to roam here, because I think she might be in the way of the baskets, actually. They were standing in each other's way, and then I had like 4 customers standing in each other's way, and I couldn't move them. And the only way I could get them to sort of move again was to come into this mode and then move a shelf, which is hard enough in itself, because I couldn't place it anywhere at the time. And that finally freed 2 of them up, although 2 of them just stood there and eventually just dropped their shopping and left. But they're the only issues I've come across during my off-play. Yeah, might as well go fast forward here. Just basically earning money today. So this is all you've been missing. This is why I've just been doing a lot of money earning off camera, because there isn't much else for me to do other than just watch from above. Watch people do their shopping, spy on them, and occasionally go to the checkout if Ruby needs assistance. And that's basically all I've been doing off camera. We have got our tokens and XP things to do. Our objectives have come back, which is good, so we can keep doing those. Not that we need them, but they're there for us, which is good to see, because that means in the full game there should be a constant thing, which is handy. People seem to be buying reasonable amounts of stuff, which means they're happy with our prices. Certainly not seeing any issues. One thing I did notice, I'll just slow that down a little bit, is because I came into the game, so it's, you know, I haven't been doing what I've been doing and then kept on going. This is a fresh play today. So all of my stats kind of disappeared. This has gone back to the 8-week mark, but they all kind of disappeared because I was looking at the current week demand, and we were pretty much level with it, which is why I've upped the prices again. The demand was just ever so slightly higher, so I've just upped the prices to try and get it about level. But obviously, see canned corn here, there's way more demand than we're selling, so we could probably up the price there a little bit more. But yeah, it didn't keep my stats. It's now gone back to 8 weeks as well, instead of, I guess, what would be 2 weeks ago. That's kind of weird. The apple juice, this is from when it wasn't selling at all. So there'll be a couple of them that are terrible. And then, obviously, the full red ones we don't sell anyway. Yeah, I had a bit of an issue there, because it doesn't actually tell me what I was doing with the prices. So I've just upped them and hope for the best. Right, I think we could do with some more cola, to be honest. Let me just check. Just press play a second. Let me just check my inventory. I think we do actually need more cola. Yeah, we've only got 8 in stock. Let's buy some more cola. I'm going to buy a good 10 of those, I think. Anything else? Most stuff is really highly stocked now. Although they are buying a lot per day, I will say that. I'm having to spend, on average, between $1,000 and $1,500 a day on stock. Because they just keep clearing us out, basically. We'll buy another 5 of those. We'll buy some more chocolate milk. I never buy too much of this stuff. We have had a few of these items spoil now. What happens is you just get a like a black bag just pops out, and you have to go and throw it away. But I don't know the length of time that these items last for, and I think that would be something nice to add. Would be a sort of used by date on them, because if I know that, hey, you've got eggs, for example, we've got 35 in stock, but they're all going to go out of date on Thursday or something like that. Let's just use that stock up, shall we? Let's not keep buying new. I don't know when they're going to go off. It'd be nice to know what the timer is on these for going off on the shelves. Because I don't know how long I can buy in advance for. I don't want to buy something and it gets put on the shelf 3 days later and it's already gone off, sort of thing. I need to know kind of when that's going off so I can plan ahead. So I'm just buying minimal amounts of cold stuff, really. I don't think we need much else, do we? Not right now. We'll do it overnight restock anyway. So we'll have that. So you can see the restocker in action. Let's just take some baskets while we wait here. So what I've noticed with the restocker is she's not an awful lot faster. Obviously, her work speed and walk speed aren't the best restocker. That's anyway. But you see there, she didn't think about what she was doing there. She just came in, grabbed it, and walked. Which is a lot better than in the previous video where she would stop, wait about 10 seconds, have a think about it, then do it, and then have another 10-second think. And it's kind of similar when she gets here as well. Straight on, no thinking, done, and back. She will use the cart. Obviously, she didn't need to there because she couldn't fit any more on it anyway. But she still uses the cart and everything. What I want to see, though, and what I want to show you is her loading up from here. So hopefully our order is coming soon. I can't actually see him, so he's not entered the map yet. Just fast forward a little bit more. So yeah, the restocker has definitely been improved. She's still a little bit on the slow side, and I don't think the walk, to be honest with you, from the storeroom to the shop is helping. I definitely think you'd want a second restocker perhaps, but at this stage, like I say, the human can do all of this. I mean, I can do overnight stocking and stay on top of things anyway. Right, we have an order out there, so she should go and pick this up now, because I didn't really show this off in the previous video. This is why I want to show it off now. If we go and wait inside, make sure I've got plenty of... I could do with some more eggs. So just while she's figuring out what to do, let's go put some eggs on the shelf. There you go. So she'll never be as fast as the player, but that's kind of obvious, really. So just here, so what she does is she kind of waves her cart through it and then picks up like all of the Coca-Cola there, for example. She'll always pick up one item at a time that she can't multi-pick up. Then she'll go and find an empty spot on the shelf and she'll stock that shelf with Coca-Cola just like that. So everything does end up quite uniformly stacked. I quite like it. It looks realistic. She does have a little bit of a thinking time there. Rather than just go back, she just put it away and then pick it up again and go back. I think it'd be better if she just went back, to be honest. Like, she's on that task, so why not keep going? Why keep coming back and placing that down? But yeah, when you've got full stock in here, it does look really good. It looks like a professional sort of stock room. It does look really nice. So yeah, that's basically what she'll do, but then she'll go back to here, you see. And that just slows down a little bit. Like, at the player, I would have all of this stuff in here in one go as well. So if she could have... I don't know how possible that would be, but if she could have everything on the cart, like she could just pick up the pallet, bring the pallet in, and then work through the pallet in there. Like, if she could have, like, a little pallet truck, bring the pallet in to a little space, place it on the space, and then she just unloads from the pallet. But because she's already in here, that would be onto that shelf, onto that. It would be a lot quicker. I think that would speed the restocking up quite a bit. If you have a second restocker, then this isn't that much of an issue, I guess. And obviously, if I was doing it, it wouldn't make a difference, because I could grab that and do that bit for her, and then she could just be going in the store. But if you had a second restocker, you could have the second restocker could be refilling the shelves, for example, which is what I should be doing, really. But I'm too busy talking you through it and showing it you to be doing it. But see, if I was doing that, she can get on with that while I grab some milk, for example, although I can't actually see any milk, so there must be some outside still. There's the regular milk. Let's take some milk. We don't have any on the shelves. How are we doing cash-wise, Ruby? 2,500. That's what I like to see. So that should get us pretty much all the shelving we need. So the rest of it will be... today's earnings really will be stock. And we'll be paying the staff wages. That's good. So yeah, it does run pretty well. It runs pretty seamlessly once you get to this sort of level. And you've got lots of stock on your shelves. That's the key, and that did take quite a few in-game days. Because we were so low, and I got myself into all of that. If you saw the previous episode, we were negative money and all sorts. Because of that, it did take me a little while to get a good stock of everything on the shelves. Once you do get there and you can stay on top of it, then everything runs quite nicely. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send Debbie home. See, Debbie's not got a lot of energy. I might go and buy a coffee to get us through the rest of the day. I'm going to send Debbie home as soon as everybody else goes home, but Debbie, or maybe just before, and Debbie's going to come in slightly earlier so we can get the new stuff on the shelves. Because we'll do all of that overnight. Alright, now I can see. Now I will say, she is better. Remember we had the issue where she wasn't restocking stuff that was low on stock? Now over here, cola is clearly low on stock. There's one cola left and an empty shelf of cola. And she's kind of busy walking around, just collecting information. You know, and there's a milk here that's also gone. I just feel like there are things that she could be restocking right now rather than walking around. So we're going to have to help her out a little bit. I think she's probably coming to do this now, but yeah, could have been doing that for a while. So not perfect, but definitely an improvement. For sure an improvement on the restockers. Right, I think we'll wait just here. Let's fast forward time. I think that'll take us to the end of the day. Then we'll do a little bit of a... well, actually, I'll put the stuff in the store, then we'll do a stock run. I'm not too bothered if we run most of our current stock down now, because we're kind of at the end of our gameplay. It's not too bad if we run it down. So the store closes at 9 p.m. So we're getting sort of our last few stragglers coming in now. Bit of a quiet day today. I do seem to think there are busier days than others. There's no information to really cling to on that, but some days do feel busier than others at the store. And this feels like a reasonably quiet one. What's that person doing? Oh, they were just waiting. I think sometimes they do have a bit of a queue issue here, because I'm so close to the wall there. Maybe the checkout is better on this wall for that reason. Right, the store is closed, so we've got that final customer. So we'll, obviously our employees will keep working for a further hour. But, we shouldn't get any more customers. Unfortunately, Debbie has completely drained on energy. It's not a problem. I just need to grab the cash from here. I can't because she's too tired to get the cash out. Could you imagine being too tired to grab? Unbelievable. To grab money out of there, you're too tired. She can't even pick up any shopping baskets. I'm going to have to go and grab a coffee then, because I need the money. I should have grabbed it before she went on 0 energy. Because I need the money to spend. But I can't take it out on my own. Debbie has to do it for us. So she's going to have a coffee, and then she's going to go home. I'll put those on here for you. All right, lock up when you leave. Thank you. All right, send Debbie home. So Debbie's going home to rest. These, like I say, these will carry on working till 10 p.m. They do finish the task they're doing, which is nice. It doesn't get to 10 p.m. and then they just leave a cart on the floor or something. They will go and put it away, which is nice. In fact, even carry on working. Look at this. What a trooper. This is completely unpaid. She finishes at 10. That's quite a surprise that she actually triggered to do another task there, to be honest. But away she goes. Good work. Right, so now the store is empty. I can actually place some stuff in here. So we've got 8 grand. So we've got more than enough money to place some stuff in here now. As I say, the freezers are going to go down this wall and the produce is going to go down here. I'm going to place the produce this way around. So you see what I mean? You can't place it there, for example, because the box between there, and it can't go too far up here because the boxes from there just run out of space. At least I have. Right, so that can go there, and then we'll put another one the other way around. And then I'm going to place another one because bananas do go on here, I believe, because if you click on them, it where was it? If I click on here, it tells you everything that goes on them, which I really like. It tells you everything that will go on a shelf. So come here, for example, you've got the list of everything that can go on that shelf, which occasionally will have its usefulness. But yeah, so bananas do go on here. So although I don't really want one just for bananas, but we are going to have one just for bananas. I think that has to go. Yeah, that has to go this way from memory here. So it's really finicky. This is. Sometimes as well, the more I've played around doing this, even though it goes green, sometimes you press it and you'll press it and you'll press it and you'll press it and it just will not have it. And if you move it like a couple of millimeters the other way, which means you sometimes don't get lined up shelving and sometimes a bigger gap in some shelving than others, like here, for example, and then it'll accept it. It's a bit temperamental. Right, then the freezers are going to go down here. So we'll squeeze these in. I think if we had a standing freezer, that would help. I don't think that would be necessarily as big as this. Certainly wouldn't stick out as far. So that's all of our floor space gone. As you can see, I can't fit another one down here. It's just absolutely nowhere I can put one. These shelves are as close to this shelf as they can go. So I can't even close this gap here because I had the same thought. If you're thinking that, why don't you move this slightly up here and that slightly up there? And nope, this one slightly. Nope, you can't. That is as close as that will get, unfortunately. The box comes out to about, well, it comes out to about here somewhere. So, yeah, that's about as close as they can all get. But that is all the shelving we've got then. So, we can now put an order in for our new stuff. So, we can get all of this stuff. Don't really need any oranges or apples because we've got plenty of those on there. So, we'll get ourselves a cucumber. We'll get 2 cucumbers. I think you can get 2 on per one from what I've been doing so far. That might be different with different ones. You can definitely get 2 lots of apples on there because I have done that on a completely empty one anyway. Lettuce, you only get 8 in a thing. I don't know how they stack, but we'll get 2 of everything and see how we go. It's good to have stock, isn't it? Although I will say it depends how much that's going to cost because we have got some frozen items to get as well here. And potentially that's kind of all of our money because our employees have just been paid. That's annoying. Our employees were paid just at the wrong moment there. Well, I say they were paid just at the wrong moment. They were paid at the right moment, I suppose, because I was about to spend their wages, wasn't I? Okay, so we're going to have to go back to 1 of everything then, aren't we? There's no quick way of doing this, really, other than setting everything to 1. We'll have to go to 1 of everything and buy more stuff tomorrow as the day goes forward. Can I afford that? I can. So that's all the new stuff then. I can't get any of the original stock, but we can get the new stuff, which is fine. We'll buy new stock. As soon as we've been open for about 3 hours or so, we'll be absolutely fine. So I think because I cannot do anything until Debbie comes back to work, I shall bring you back probably about 5 a.m. or something like that with Debbie, and we'll be loading the new stuff onto the shelves. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Debbie has arrived at work, 5:30 in the morning. So that should just leave us enough time to grab all that stuff and start getting it on the shelves before our employees arrive. There. I can't let go of this. Wow, I haven't had this problem in a long time. There we go. Occasionally, when you right-click there, it doesn't release. I think that might be a me problem, not a game issue. That happened to me a lot in the demo as well. Probably me clicking wrong or something. It's the first time it's happened in 5 episodes, and I don't remember it happening off camera either, to be honest. Okay, let's get our cucumbers. Cheese pizza. I'm going to get the frozen stuff in first. There we go. Cheese pizzas. I think there's some ice cream that I see somewhere. Is that underneath? That must be underneath. Okay, we'll have to do the rest of it then. So, fruit over there, isn't it? So, we'll put pineapples just there. Watermelons. Lettuce, cauliflower, carrots, onions, tomatoes then, I guess. Cucumbers, they can go just here. Carrots. What have we got? Tomatoes, then we'll put just there. I guess tomatoes would have been better instead of the pineapples, but it looks fine. Oh, I didn't buy any bananas, did I? I'll have to get some of those later in the day. Lettuce. Zucchini. Onions. I guess zucchini would have been better over with the cucumber, wouldn't it? Onion we'll put there. It's good enough. It looks nice, I will say that. Doesn't it look... It adds a bit of colour to the store, having your fruit and veg section. Like in the full game, I think I would probably have a whole, like, area. Like a big square area of our fruit and veg, so you can walk in and you've got your produce down one aisle, down another aisle, with ends ended off each side or something like that. I think that would look really good. Ice cream can go in here. You don't get many of those, do you? I mean, you don't get a lot of pizzas either, to be honest. But you really don't get a lot of Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, we do not get many of those, so I think we definitely need to buy more. Let's put the cart away. I'm going to put check the prices of those. Now, they cost an awful lot of money to buy in, so I'm thinking we should now be able to sell some of these things for a pretty decent price. So we don't sell sprouts or spinach because we don't have the room, but we do sell ice cream pint. Now that margin's pretty high. What should we sell these for then? Ice cream pint. Should we try 17 on those, and we'll try for the cones 15 and see how they roll. Cheese pizzas, $21.79. What is this, Domino's? $21.79. Well, I think we can rival Domino's, can't we? Let's charge 25. Pepperoni pizza. How's a nice 28? Nice 28. So we could probably get 30 for that, to be honest. People got that straight in. We could probably get 30 for those, to be honest. I think they'd probably buy them. But we don't really need to. Bananas. Have I set that already? I don't know if I have. Maybe I have set that already, because that's pretty high price. Maybe I set bananas already. Cucumber. We'll sell that for $8. We'll sell lettuce for $20 for a lettuce. Onion for... I tell you what, that would put people off salad, wouldn't it? $20 for a lettuce. It's already hard to get people to eat healthily. When you start charging crazy prices like this, it's going to be the unhealthiest town in the world because nobody can afford fruit and vegetables. Pineapple. Might as well charge a cheeky 18 for that. We'd probably get... I'm sure we could get more for these. We'll just put these prices in. We'll see what it does for sales if we get time in the video. Obviously, in the full game, we'd be able to monitor this. We'd be able to see, all right, tomatoes are really not selling at that price, so we'll drop the price a little bit. Or, another thing, oh, I've accidentally bought 200 tomatoes. I better lower the price to get them gone because they're going to go off. Because that's something we're going to have to think about in this game. Produce will go off. So if I've got too many tomatoes and they're just not selling, you can either let them go off and waste your money, or you can try and recoup some losses and drop that price down to $2 or something, or $1, and get rid of them all. Basically put them on sale because you've got too many and they're about to go off. That's why I'd like to know how long they've got before they go off. if it now had like a little date on here telling me it's such and such a date or a timer or something, so I know if, you know, if I'm on the final day and I've got 24 in stock and I'm only selling 5 a day, I know I'm going to be throwing away a whole chunk of my stock. Let me lower that price and then I can get rid of my stock. So I need to know when these things are going off, because it just seems to be, I mean, I know there's a timer, but I don't know what that timer is. So for me, it's kind of just random. Let's charge 29 for a melon. Probably get 30 for that melon, actually, but that'll be fine. Zucchini, we'll get 10 for. Carrots, we'll charge 13. And I think that is it. So, let's, we're going to have to buy some more stock of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Pretty soon. Let's go and grab some stuff from the checkout. The walking around money there. Right, so we need to get some bananas because I forgot to buy those. Forgot to buy them because they're in the dried goods section here. Bananas. Okay, let's get... and we've got 3 shelves. Do we want 3 shelves of bananas? Case of 6. If we buy 6 of those, how much is that? 317 just for bananas. It'd look nice if it's fully filled in, is what I'm thinking. I mean, we could fill it in with other items as well. I'm going to have to buy more watermelons because they've sold out immediately. Where are the watermelons? There they are. Buy another 4 boxes of watermelons. And then really we could do with some more of that stuff as well, if we can. Now these are still on offer, so if we buy another couple of those, that's a grand. We have a problem at the checkout. Yep, that's fine. Send it through. Yep, that's fine. Send it through. Hopefully this becomes like an alcohol check. So like if you start selling alcohol or other items that you need to be age checked for or something. Because that makes more sense. I don't know what I'm actually doing here. When I'm going up there and I'm saying, yeah, they can have a carrot or whatever. I don't exactly know what I'm checking. I like the flow to our store. I don't know if our customers are getting a bit stuck in it. But I like it. I like this. This looks good. It feels more like a little grocery store now. With the fruit and veg there. A bit more cash. We can almost afford our order. Other stock is not too bad. I think most of our customers... We need some more crackers. Let's get some of those. Most of our customers are more enticed at the moment by our fresh produce, which is helping some of our other produce remain on the shelves because we can't afford it, really. Let's get another 4 boxes of those. I think we get another 2 of those, actually. Another 4, rather. Yeah, I think we probably could. That didn't really up the price that much. That'll probably fill that shelf. Everything else is not too bad. We'll roll with that. I think I'm going to need a customer, though. With a big shop. Is that a big shop, sir? It better be a big shop. Could do with about $300. I doubt you're going to spend $300 with what's in your basket, but you never know, actually. He has got some fruit and veg. He's got some ice cream as well, I think. But that is quite an expensive shop, actually. Yeah. $108. He didn't look like he had that much stuff, did he, for $108? Let's have a look to see what else. Yeah, they're having a bit of trouble doing the bend there. I think I would have to do that differently in the full game, wouldn't I? I think that'd get on my nerves as much as anything. Alright, what do we think here, then? It's already expensive. This is gonna be $150, isn't it? Easily $150. Manager assistance required. Okay. 152, 150, $158 again. She didn't seem to buy that much stuff either. The people in this town have got some cash. I don't think I'd be shopping here in real life, that's for sure. As nice as my store is, I wouldn't be able to afford to shop here. Right, well, that's got to be enough cash in the till anyway for us to put in our order. So we can place that. And I'm pretty confident we'll make enough money through the rest of the day. Now, it will take, I would say, it'll probably take about 2 or 3 in-game days for you to really get everything fully stocked now with all of these. Because I like full stock in here and then maybe 1 in the fridge. Although it depends how well it sells, obviously. But that's the nicest way of doing it, I think. Everything's doing all right. Right, I think we should just fast forward a little bit then. Although our... oh, he's here. He's here. Thought he was going to take a bit longer than that. I'm going to grab this because I'm faster. Thank you. Right, that's us done. Bring it inside. Right, I can load some of this stuff. Now, what happens now? Will she... I don't think she grabs anything off of there. So, bananas. Now, bananas can go on here, but I'm going to put some on our shelving here, because she won't know where to put them otherwise. Although we're going all the way along with them anyway, aren't we? I can put watermelon on the shelf just there. Ice cream's going to go in here. First thing in our frozen section. Crackers. We've got any more crackers? There we go. Crackers. Banana. Watermelons, unfortunately, have to go over here. Crackers, there we go. I'm trying to get everything... all the crackers, if I could. I think it might just be better if I just take this through here. Got more cold produce, haven't we? Saying that, there's some crackers. I think it's less backwards and forth if I... oh, then I've got bananas. Maybe it isn't. Crackers again. Yeah, that hasn't really saved any time, has it? Cheese pizza. Can go down there somewhere. The cheese pizza. Bananas this way. Pepperoni pizza can go next to it. Watermelons go up there. Pepperoni pizza just there. Ice cream cones. We've got lots of room in here. They can just go there, can't they? Crackers. I really do appreciate this this whole warehouse thing with the cold, the freezer storage here, the cold storage in here, and your dried goods in there, and it making a difference as well. Like if you leave your stuff out, bringing it in here does reset its timer or something along those lines, I read. So yeah, it actually makes a difference. It's not just for show. And I really do like having different sections for storage, because it's never made sense, has it? In all of those other supermarket-styled games or anything like that, where you just keep all of your frozen stuff and cold stuff in the same place as your dried goods, or in some of the games just left out on the curb until you need it or whatever. And it's never really made sense, has it? But now it actually makes sense, and you have to think about your produce that way. So don't overorder on your fresh stuff, because it will go off faster. Or like I said earlier, maybe having to put it, if we do eventually get like a little timestamp on it to know when it's going to go off, I can then put it on sale to get rid of some stock before it all spoils. If I move some bananas to there, that should trigger her to do some restocking of those as well. Right, how much money have we got? Hopefully decent sum, not loads, but some. We're out of ice cream cones. I'll grab some of those myself. It's quite a long walk to get over here, actually. Could do with maybe a... I mean, I guess when you got the middle bit here, it wouldn't be so much a thing, would it? Once we've expanded, so in the full game, obviously you'd expand, and some of this would become, I'm guessing, some of this becomes storage, and some of it becomes supermarket, and they'll link better in the middle. So, I mean, there's always going to be a walk to your far end of store, but... Oh, we just missed that one, never mind. It feels a bit more of a walk early in the game, perhaps. But I like this. This is a really nice looking supermarket and a really enjoyable game. I'm really enjoying my time with this. I think there's enough variety with the sort of tycoon aspect and the management side, even though we've basically just scratched the surface of that, haven't we? But just having that control and having to think about your produce a little bit more and certain things and when to buy things, and I don't know, there's just something different about this. And it looks nice too. I like the products. Products look different to the regular ones we see, and yeah, I'm really enjoying my time so far, even though it's just a 5-episode quick series. Look, hello, we've got a lot of watermelons on there. Yeah, even though it's just a quick look at the game, I'm really enjoying it. Looking forward to the full version. Right, what we could do is buying some more pineapples. Crackers, they have not been loaded yet. That's what I was thinking. Don't know why they've not been loaded yet. Load some on. Keep it going for a while. Could do with some more cola perhaps going on the shelves, although we're still at the top shelf, so it's fine. It's mostly good in here, isn't it? Alright, we need more impulse buys because people aren't buying those. I think I read somewhere there's 100% markup on those or something, so they're definitely worth having. So yeah, definitely make sure you get your impulse items. They do make you a good income. Obviously, when you've got 3 or 4 checkouts, you're going to have to remember to keep checking that, because it doesn't tell you, it doesn't flash up anywhere and say that we're out of impulse items or anything. You have to actually go and look and see. But I guess it's the same with the rest of the stocking, but it doesn't show up in your inventory, for example. Maybe a little tab here or something to say impulse items on checkout 1 are empty or something like that, and you know to buy it or something. Right, how are things looking then? So we're selling... So we're only selling half of the demand there. That price could probably go up, because we can't get any more on the shelves. I can't possibly get any more on the shelves, so we could just lower demand a little bit, possibly by hiring the prices. But there's not really much point as we roll towards the end of the series. There's no point really changing these prices anymore. We're doing well enough. We've only got the rest of the day left. A grand just there, which is not surprising. That's probably like 3 customers. Right, we'll get one more stock run done, and that should do us. We'll just stick with the fresh produce, I think. So if I get some... bit of everything. Well, one of everything should do us, just to get those a bit fuller looking. Probably don't need any watermelons, because they're fine. We'll get one of everything there. Can we get anything frozen? Do we need anything frozen? We just bought pizza, but I don't think they've been brought through. Just get a couple more, though, just in case. A couple more ice creams while they're on offer. Don't think there's anything else really to buy. Maybe some hot chips or something like that. And a salty one as well. I think that pretty much will do us. Oh, we've got the money for it anyway. So we'll get that. That'll be our last order of the series. Some cash out the till, just in case. Yeah, so they've only got about, what, 4 hours left anyway at work, so we'll just work towards the end of the day, and that will do us. So let me know what your thoughts are on this game, and if you've got any ideas for improvements or just general ideas of the game, do put them in the comments, because the dev does come into the comments and reads through and is very appreciative of any ideas or If you've seen any bugs that I've missed on screen or something like that, let him know as well. Because it all helps make a really good game. And he does, like I say, he reads them all and keeps on top of everything that's going on, really. If you join the Discord as well, either my Discord or the game's Discord, you can leave comments there as well of what you think. And I think we have a cracking little game here, personally. I'm looking forward to the full version and getting stuck into it, because there'll be so much more to do as well in the full version. Like if you've missed some of these episodes, I mean, we've got this entire tree to fill out. Radio ads, TV ads, different scheduling, so we'll be able to schedule our employees to come into work. So we'll have lots of different employees as well. So they do get unhappy if they work too long, like if their hours are too long or if they're not high enough pay. So you will have some like part-time employees, particularly if you want to open longer, for example. You'll need extra employees, so you can schedule people to come in and out of work, take care of all of that side of things. Obviously, we can expand the warehouse and get better freezers, and we can have a protein counter. So we've got a meat and fish counter as well with employees to run it, which is kind of cool. Get back to that in a moment. Why can't I grab that? Is that because... Oh, I see. You were already grabbing it. Fair enough. You can do it then. Yeah, so we'll get back to this progress tree a second. So, yeah, we'll have a protein counter. That'd be cool. More produce stand and, obviously, store expansions. And then we've got the operations as well to work our way through. With a manager. I assume the manager comes and does what I've been doing here. In terms of, like, going over to Ruby and saying, yes, that's okay. But then we can have unlimited employees and self-checkouts and cart corrals as well. We have to go and fetch the shopping carts from around everywhere as well. So there's a lot of stuff here to get our teeth stuck into. And obviously I would assume, I don't know, I'd assume there'll be some more products to come in future as well. To use in a bigger store. Well, I would hope so anyway. Because if this is the product limit, then we certainly do not need a bigger store. But, yeah, there'll be a whole lot of stuff to get stuck into. So I'm looking forward to this when the release comes. All right, how are we looking out here? Annoyingly, she's stolen my cart. So I can't do this faster. Could get a second one, perhaps, but it's really not worth it, is it? Just to finish the video. We'll just take some cauliflower through and put it on the shelves. Now, onions, are they a dried... See, that's weird. So onions are a fresh item, but I'm pretty sure you don't keep onions in the fridge. You would keep onions on a dried goods shelf, wouldn't you? See if we can... Oh, yep, that's fine. He can have a watermelon. See if we can get the $800, and we can. So that's good, because we've paid for our staff wages. And we've got a decent amount of stock. So if we were playing this game, basically all we'd be doing now... This is why the series is finishing, because there's no point continuing it on, really. It would basically be me standing here, watching Ruby serve customers, and occasionally buying some stock. And obviously now we've bought everything. We've got no expenditure. It's just purchasing stock, so we'd just be standing here making money. So we have exhausted the game. Final hour is upon us. Let's just fast forward our way through it. Final. Is this the final customer? I think it might be the final customer. Now. Oh, she's going to serve him. What I was going to do there is I was going to send her home and take the final one myself. Because we haven't actually served behind the counter since episode 2, I think it was. But never mind. We are still open, actually. We've still got time. Could get one more customer here. We've still got 10 minutes of opening time. I don't think we're going to. Now the doors are going to slam shut unless this person on the left suddenly jumps in. Oh, they are. They are. Ruby, you can go home. Got 2 more customers. I'm going to do the final 2. How do we send you home? Workforce. Oh, no, they're all leaving. Ah, no, they're all leaving. Never mind. Ah, they came through the door and it triggered that it closed, so they left. I mean, I could open again, to be honest. I can just come out here and click open. I can just do that and the store opens again. But we'll leave it. Never mind. We've seen me do it anyway. So that is then Grocery Store Tycoon first store complete. We have completed our store. We have done all of our items, well, most of them. There's a couple we haven't got. We've got some stock in here that is still being brought in. Yeah, see, that's an issue, isn't it? How long has that taken? 3-4 hours in game or something like that? That's taken a while, hasn't it? That needs to be a bit faster. A better way of happening for your employee. I guess when you've got full shelves of everything and they know where it's going, maybe they'll speed up a little bit. But if they just brought the pallet in and then dealt with it inside from a little pallet spot, rather than putting this away, grabbing it every time, then going out and then coming back and putting it back again, if they just brought it all in and then they just went backwards and forwards, that would be a bit quicker. So a few tweaks needed, but overall, a really, really good game, really fun game. I'm quite excited to see where it goes and all the stuff that will become available in the future. But that will do today's video and this little mini-series. So if you have enjoyed this look, make sure you leave the video a like. Consider joining and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you for another video very soon.